And we're live.
Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thanks for joining me today as we uncover the mysteries of the Mandela effect itself and find out the true meaning of it all. We must discover what is really happening, what is really going on here, to change these things that we know and hold dear to us. And let us help others discover the meaning of the Mandela effect and how it affects them and the price of milk. Thank you.
No, I don't take. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hey, good evening, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you've had an awesome week. It's still summer, still looking nice outside in some parts of the country. Hope everyone's doing well. Anyway, let's see who all's here. We'll do a couple
It's
shout
too
outs.
hot, Brian.
What's that?
I said it was 117 today.
Oh, I'm sure. And with the heat index, it feels like much more
It's miserable here. It really is.
out there in Vegas.
Yeah, it's bad.
Esther, what about in your neck of the woods? You getting that heat or no?
I don't know exactly how hot it is. I just know that I should have got an AC because it's so hot in my bathroom. The pipes are sweating. Yeah, like the the guy who owns the place came in and he looked at the pipes. He's like, the pipes are sweating. So he's like, you don't have a leak in your pipes. You're just it's so hot and humid in my apartment. So I have fans going and we're still super. I don't know. It's like between 80 and 90 here. So
Goodness. Yeah. So
I typically don't check the weather, but we're
my
supposed to
next
get
question is
rain.
what do you keep your thermostat at? I keep mine around 68.
Right now it's off. I don't have anything. I don't have an AC, so I just have fans.
Oh, just the fans. Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
it doesn't. He came in and he's like, "Oh my word, it's so hot in here." I'm sorry, but I have to go buy an air conditioner, then they have to install it, and so it's just not something that I've gotten around to getting.
Is that
Which,
one of those window? Is it that window unit you got to put in?
yeah, it has to go in the window, and they have to install it. You can't do it because,
Oh,
especially
they
being
don't
on the
let you do
second
it.
floor. Yeah, especially
Oh
being on
yeah,
second
that's
floor,
right.
because if I don't install it properly, that could fall on someone.
It could
Yeah,
fall on someone. You're right. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that could be
So
a
I guess
disaster.
they have
Um,
those. Yeah, they've
let's
recently
see who
put
we
that
got.
in last year. I think they started that. So. Yes, hi, John
Uh,
Nada. I know he said
you
hi.
want?
Child
Yeah.
of
Do you want to
Christ.
do a few of the shout outs, Esther, real quick, and then we got to jump into Teresa's her Mandela reality residue hunter stuff.
Yeah, not too many people so far.
'Cause we
Parody
haven't
Bear.
we didn't we didn't have the
Yeah,
show last week. This is a continuation from it's a whole new show, but we got brand new stuff to present. It's been a couple weeks, you know. We took last week off, but hopefully everyone's been doing well. Do you want to do the shout outs, Esther?
yep. Ralph and Cassie Francis. Let's see who else. Of course, me. Freeman's Cryptoverse. Oh, hello. The Physics of Fitness. Child of Christ. Damien G. Hold on, my thing just decided to flip out on me. All right, Desert Flower. Sorry, it's late. John Nada. I know I said hi, but yeah.
Gosh, Damien G says he's going to Palm Springs on Tuesday. And it's supposed to be 122 for the entire time. He says, I'm going to melt.
Yeah, I know Texas. Oh my god, the stuff. There's a lady actually baked bread in her mailbox. It's so hot in Texas.
Is that for real? Is that like a TikTok?
I don't know. Apparently, this lady cooked bread in her. I don't know how real it is because you never know with the internet. But if that's real, that's
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy. I wouldn't want
that's
to eat
pretty
it.
hot.
I mean, the mailbox she was cooking it in looked all rusty and nasty, and I'm like, I wouldn't want to eat it. But
Yeah, yeah, just for the presentation. part of it.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Damien
I
says it's
I
going to be interesting as we land at about noon. So noontime, it'll be really hot.
oof. Yeah.
I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised if
it's
some of your street signs started. You know, a lot of street signs will fade. They'll get discolored.
or
I've
they'll
seen stop
melt.
signs turn. I've seen stop signs turn completely white.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm hoping that hopefully maybe next year we'll get a better summer. Hopefully it'll start turning around soon.
yeah, these
Yeah.
drastic temperatures they drive us crazy. The extreme heat. You go from extreme cold to extreme heat, and it's like, why can't there be a balance, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that we have seasons here. I'd say 4 seasons, but our seasons are weird here. They like we get like spring, fake spring, winter, spring, summer, winter, summer. We have like 4 springs before we finally get like a week of spring and then it goes right into summer. Yeah.
Yep. Well, speaking of summer and California, me and my son were driving down the road the other day and we were listening to Katy Perry's song California Girls. And I noticed it was scrolling across as California Girls, Gurls. I'm wanting to know, does anybody remember it the normal way, Girls, like I do? So I asked Teresa to graciously post this in her group, which she did. Thank you, Teresa.
Welcome, Brian. And yes, I found a lot of residue. You're going to be shocked.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You want to
You always
show it, or you want to read the post first?
I'm gonna read the post and then I'll share it. If
Okay,
that's cool.
plenty of residue.
Yeah, so Katy Perry's song came out in 2010. It served as the lead single for her third studio album, Teenage Dream. What do you remember the song being called? California Girls with a U or California Girls with an I? Here's some residues for what I remember and other people remember. Thank you, Brian McFarland, for bringing this older Emmy back up again. Yeah, I just discovered this one, but it's not to say that other people didn't discover it before me. So I really don't know. Let's see. Did you find residue for who found it, or who found this one in it
Oh,
originally?
there was a few different people, so I can't really say. There's more than one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but show the
Well,
residue, some good ones.
California Girls tank top. It says right here,
Mm-hmm.
Katy Perry song tank top. And remember, a lot of people were saying that her first name might have changed with a Katie IE to
Yeah.
Katy. Here we go. California Girls with an I, another residue.
Uh-huh.
Katy Perry featuring Snoop Dogg, Zumba, California. More residue for California Girls with an I. Katy Perry cover.
You have to zoom in on that one. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's there. I think it's at the top or at the bottom.
It says right here at the bottom, related post, California Girls with an
Yeah.
I, Katy Perry.
And it's at the top too.
Oh,
Somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Right there. See it?
yeah, California Girls with an
There
I.
you go. I highlighted it. Look
you.
at it. Famous star
Oh.
Demi Lovato. Look how she spelled it.
Whoa, Demi Lovato remembers it.
She
California
remembers
Girls.
it. Yep. I thought it was a good piece of residue.
And that was back in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I thought I'd bring this to your guys' attention. California Girls there at the bottom with the I.
Mm-hmm.
Get more residue. And these are from reputable sources,
Yep.
This is.
Told
what
you I
is this,
found a lot of
Amazon?
residue.
Is this on Amazon? It looks like Amazon.
Maybe.
If you look, it's got, well, right here, it's Girls, Gurls.
Uh-huh.
But in the description, it shows it as
I know.
GIRLS.
I know. That's what's crazy.
We see that a lot in the Mandela effect, how you have maybe a description having the residue
Mm-hmm.
and something inside not, like the way it is now.
And On this one, it's twice at the top and at the bottom.
All right.
There it
I
is
like
again.
this. I like the residue. Thank you.
I know you do. And then there's some tweets. Here's some Twitters. Tweets. Like I said, Twitters. Look, here's some more people who remember it, Brian.
Yeah, some people with again, that's Paul Walker. That's one of my favorite movies, Joyride. From
Look, California Girls with the IRL.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing: California Girls was also a Beach Boys song.
I know.
They spell it that way. Says here, why did I think this was Katy Perry and California Girls? GIRLS.
There you go.
Now playing California Girls by Katy Perry.
Her hair color. Yep.
Now, why didn't they correct it?
Look at this one.
A reliable source has indicated that the last hidden artist on the Barbie album could be Miley Cyrus. This song is said to be sampling California Girls with an I.
There you go.
So is that in the new Barbie movie? I have no idea.
Maybe. Here's another one, Brian.
IDC, or I don't care. I'll forever keep saying it. Not having Katy Perry's California Girls or even a new Katy Barbie original song is a huge mistake.
Oh, look at the shirt. Look at this one. Look at the tank top shirt. Look what it says.
That. It says it right there with the Katy Perry. I think that's all of them.
Yep.
We flipped through them all.
I tried my best to find as much as I could, Brian. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, really good.
Here you go.
So this is your post here, Teresa. I guess you put together a reel. Is this the one you wanted me to show?
Yeah. It's a video. A video. What do you call it? The guy who does it. His name is Kevin, and that's the name of his channel. And I just videotaped it from the TV. Yeah, you should be fine though. It's just a chunk.
Yeah,
it's just a piece of it.
It's a short clip, yeah. But it says Mr. Rogers here.
I want you to hear it. I wanted you to hear it though.
I don't know if it might not be loud enough.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, you just got to turn up the volume.
I don't see. No, the volume on it's really low, Teresa.
Oh, shoot. I had it up.
I can try to boost it.
I did play it, though. I mean.
No, I don't have that sound boost anymore.
All right. Well, you can read the words then.
Okay, Sandy just said she's on her way.
All right.
We've got a few more from Teresa Mandela Reality Residue.
Yep. Jerry Neal, he wants to know in Back to the Future, do you recall a saxophone being in that scene?
I don't.
Me neither. I was like...
yeah, that's just weird.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Isn't that weird? Yeah, I don't remember that.
No, that doesn't seem right.
Looks off. Like, what are you doing there?
Okay, so Matt Reed says, I think it's part 3.
Rachel remembers it. And Esther, what did Esther say?
Esther said, not sure, but I'm getting fuzzy details on the details of these movies now. I was watching Doctor Who last night and noticed a couple small subtle changes as well. I feel like it's been forever since I spotted an ME. Okay,
Brian, we're reading your text.
I know, that's what I don't like about presenting these right here.
What?
That's okay. Directly from Facebook because it shows your chats.
That's okay. So, Sandy's on her way.
I got it.
That's pretty much what it says. I'm on my way.
Yeah, you're saying she's on her way.
Yeah, this one's weird. I found this one.
Spiky island creature with large eyes turns out to be a new species in Indonesia. Now, where's the creature? Spiky island creature with large eyes. Is this a video?
I don't know if there's any pictures. I don't think there's any pictures, though.
Is this what
you can click on the link if you want.
I did, but it's trying to get me to subscribe.
Oh, never mind then. Sorry.
Okay. So apparently they might have found a new species in Indonesia. Yeah, they're finding a lot of new species all the time. And we really can't say that this in itself is a Mandela effect, but again, very interesting stuff. If you're in Teresa's group, you can check it out. If you'd like to be a part of her group, please look for Mandela Reality Residue Hunters, and you can select join, request to join. Please be sure to answer all the questions, as our admins are looking to make sure you're not a robot. Okay,
And
we've
you
got the
agreed
last.
to our. A lot of people seem to forget to say you agree to the rules of the group,
Oh.
and that kind of boots most people out because they don't agree to the rules and regulations. Because we do have issues where other people report a post, and we constantly try to don't report the post, tell it to us, tag us in the post so we can take care of it, so Facebook doesn't delete because we don't want Facebook deleting the page.
No.
It hasn't happened a lot, thankfully, but it is sometimes. So
here's
which
a
is why
famous.
we're like, you do.
Yeah. Just make sure you guys are answering all the questions and also acknowledging the group's rules, I guess. Make sure you do that. Anyways, so last one. Teresa posts here, famous store in the mall has changed for me. You want to read this one, Teresa?
Yeah, I remember it being called Zumiez. Now it's Zumiez, Zumiez, attached to some residue. It just looks weird.
Well, did you
And I
also
know
mention
I've walked by that store so many times when I used to go to the Meadows Mall, and I'm like, no.
The part that gets me is that the Z and the U is merged, and the I
Yes.
and the E is merged. And the E and the Z? Did you?
Yeah, I
notate
noticed that. I noticed that.
All right. Well, be sure to document that one.
Okay. This looks so weird, don't it? And here's some.
Yeah. So it does say right here. What's funny is it says Zuminez hashtag.
Yeah.
Isabel says, "Yeah, I just got my new shoes that my baby ordered me. Adidas, Arizona green tea, Zuminez."
Why did Sandy say no? What's she talking about?
Oh,
I have no clue. I can't.
No Zumas.
Why is Sandy? No, but Sandy was sending you a message.
Yeah, she said no Zumas.
Oh, so she agrees?
Mm-hmm.
And look at this. Look at somebody, temporary staffing agency. Look what it says. Contact information.
Honestly, I think it really was Zuminez.
Just looks off.
I don't know.
There's another one.
Zuminez.
On Poshmark.
And
look at this. Look at this one.
We can't discount. I mean, we can't discredit someone because they remember something differently if there is residue to prove it. You see,
and I remember going to this mall and walking by it several times. I mean, I've gone to this mall, and I'm like, this looks so wrong. Yeah, this looks so wrong.
Zuminez is what it was.
That's what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this, Zuminez again.
Yeah, Zuminez.
And that's what it is now.
Yeah.
Looks so wrong.
It was.
I thought it was a good find. I found it accidentally. Like literally not even looking, and I was looking at something else.
Yeah, that was a good
find. And I saw it. I'm like, no.
I am curious what the chat says about this.
Let's go look. Hold on. Comments.
Zoomies or something. Some people have never shopped there.
Looks like Sandy's about ready. Let's see where she's at with this. Let's get her in here. Hey, Sandy.
Hi.
Look at what Michael Fontaine said.
You're I love your shades.
Oh, thanks. But listen, I remember Zooms. Like I pronounced it Zooms. It was Zumez. Not Zoominez, not Zoomies.
Oh
And I think
no.
Kylo remembers it like I do too.
Oh, I remember Zuminez.
I have current memory on this one.
I remember Zuminez.
You remember the store in the mall?
Yeah, Zuminez.
Oh my God, Esther.
I've never even heard of the place.
Oh, a lot of young people go in there.
It was always
I don't
Zoomies
shop
for
at
me the
malls,
way
I
it is
guess.
now.
Maybe that's why.
Oh,
The last time I've been to a mall was years ago, and that was where my dad had a store in the mall. And that was the only reason I went to
let's
the
see.
mall.
I think Dan may be live now too.
He is.
I think you're right.
He
Why
needs
at the
to go-
same time?
He needs to go back to his Friday, or we'll take it.
He used to do Friday.
Hmm.
Yeah, why would he go on right now?
Couple times now.
Hmm.
All right, so we're ready to get started then, right? Sandy?
Yeah, we are ready.
All right. Is there any of them here that's specifically that Teresa is presenting?
No.
I didn't do the birthdays.
How
Do
many-
the birthdays,
do
Teresa.
you have the birthdays to do?
Yeah, there's not that many. July 14th is Odin Lush. July 16th is Jeremy Pumpian. July 22nd, Linda Langley. She likes to do Mandelas on animals. And July 25th is Connie Joe Wood. And that's everybody for July. I'm not going to do August till August.
Could you
Anybody
send me
here?
the list, please, Teresa,
What list?
of the birthdays so I get them right?
Oh, I just did them.
I'm in my notes.
Oh, I'll take a picture of my handwritten thing. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Thanks.
Okay. My handwriting's not that bad. All right, I'll send a picture to you.
All right, thank you.
Sadie, do I have any? I'm sorry.
Not this week. You didn't send me anything.
All right.
That's-
Brian, I'm gonna go.
Okay, Teresa.
I'm
Thanks for
sorry.
coming
You
on.
guys started so late.
It's okay. Thank you for coming on while I was finishing up.
Okay.
I
Sorry.
appreciate it, Teresa. You have
I'm
a good
sorry,
night.
guys. It's just. Ugh.
It's okay.
All right.
All right. Have a good show, guys. I'm sorry. And I've been up since like 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning, and it's been hot. And the hot,
Go ahead,
117 degrees. Takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, get some rest. Good night.
All right. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Teresa.
Good night.
Super Mario Brothers said
Sandy.
something in the chat. I wanted to ask you guys.
What's that?
Super Mario Brothers in the chat says that I would be too young to remember this unless I saw a rerun. But the Flintstones 1977 TV special, Energy, A Natural Issue, it says they are first shown living in caves and then the modern world wearing shoes. Do you guys remember that?
No.
I
Jeff?
have to rewatch that specific
No, I
episode,
don't remember
but
that.
I don't remember them ever wearing shoes.
Me either. Esther, do you want to read this one?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was actually about to mention that to you, Sandy, but you got to it first. So credit. Sorry, that's an interesting name. JINOK 7730 or Jacqueline. A viewer asked that I research a possible Mandela effect. I honestly hadn't paid enough attention to this, and research is confusing, so I'm hoping our audience can help determine if this is an ME. Oh, this one. The question is for those familiar with North American wall outlets. Please answer A or B to avoid confusion. From your memory, when installed in the proper direction, which side has a wider slot? Do you remember? Is it on the left or on the right? Oh, yeah.
Well, I can tell you how it is now, but I don't really remember like it. I feel like it's A for some reason. That's what it is now.
Okay, so
Brian, can you see
A.
both chats?
So
Let me
far
have a
we-
look.
Esther,
Yeah, I'm
let's
kind of
see.
with Philip. I always
have,
struggle to remember which side was which, but I always thought, I don't know, I'm kind of having a duel on this one because I want to say it's the right side. It was bigger.
Yep. So I'm seeing
my
John
first-
Nada says A. The physics of fitness is A. John
So-
Nada's in shock. Fire says some of my outlets are upside down. LOLs. Yeah, some are upside down. So
Yeah.
looks like a face, and humans recognize faces. Yeah, it kind of looks like Ghostface from Scream, doesn't it? A little bit.
Yeah. He is in Bailey too. A. So far, A is the only one. It's either they can't
A
remember
seems
or
like
A.
the predominant one.
Jose says B.
The physics of fitness says I'm looking at a picture I painted years ago of an outlet, still A. So which is it now? Do we know?
We're going to get to it.
Esther?
So looking at the socket, I think I do remember it being on the right side, and it was on the right side at one time. But decades before I was born, I can find no reason why it was switched either.
So prior to the 1960s, it was on the right side. But the answer is A. So right now it's A, but decades ago it was B. But next slide.
Well, how many guys ever had to? Because usually the sockets get kind of loose as they age. I guess plugging and unplugging stuff.
Mhm.
So you have to bend the prongs, like what right here in the picture. It looks like they've had to bend the prongs.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
On that. With houses, electrical sockets can go unchanged for decades. I remember a product in my childhood like lamps and Christmas lights not having a wider prong, just two the same size prior to the 1950s. Both sockets and prongs were the same size. I don't know why they had to go and make them bigger on one side. It just makes it harder to plug stuff in. It's very
to protect
possible.
you from getting a shock.
It's very possible that I'm remembering an old socket in my grandpa's house that had the small hot socket on the left. I can't be sure or verify this though. I haven't been in their house since my grandma passed away in 1990. Oh, my God.
Okay. It's late.
Regardless, for some reason, I cannot locate the hot wire connection. Smaller prongs became standard on the left side sometime after the 1950s because the prongs were reversed in the past. I can't say this is a definite ME, so I'm asking you, what do you think?
I'm still going with Ghostface.
So the physics of fitness asks the same thing you did, Esther. Why are they different sizes? They're different sizes to prevent you from getting a shock. It's to close the circuit.
Yeah. At least there's no hot socket. Yeah, I wanted to say my first thought was to the bigger one is on the left now, but that's only because recently I've been like having to mess around with because I have to keep flipping it around. Every time I go to plug something in, I've had to flip it like over again, and I just thought it was just me just not figuring it out. But I guess for me it's always been on the right side because every time I plug something in, I'm always like, why isn't it going in? I'm like, oh, because I have the wrong side. And I didn't even realize that this was something that changed.
Hey,
because-
Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff, you there? Did you see that comment from Follow Fire?
Which one?
The one I have posted right there. The one.
Oh.
The one.
Yeah.
A shock from Spock.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I guess it did change. I guess I've just never really thought, because it's just like natural the way that the prongs would be bigger on the right hand side. That normally the way that they're wired and stuff, that's the way it should go.
All right. So somebody else want to read? Sandy, you want to explain these since these are logos?
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so guys, there's a lot of logos here. Just bear with us. American Druggist. This is from 1900. We have some crazy lettering. We have inappropriate punctuation, periods after the word year, and 1900. An advertisement for codeine cough syrup that's connected to the circle. Slim Fast is now a dot.
No.
I don't remember a dash at all. It changed to a dash, and now there's a dot.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
So some of these might be duplicates because I forgot to erase, huh?
Honestly, I don't trust the stuff because they're usually loaded with sugar anyway.
Oh yeah. So Castrol, I don't remember it looking like this ever, with the infinity number 8 symbol for the S. The R looks like a C. I think I showed this one before, but I didn't delete it, so it got thrown in again. And
Wait,
pound, huh?
What's wrong with pound puppies?
It's overlap. All the letters are overlapping. I don't remember that.
Okay.
I actually kind of do remember them overlapping.
I kind of remember them overlapping a little bit.
I don't.
The eye looks weird though. You see how the body of the eye is overlapping the dot?
Yep.
That looks weird to me.
Mm-hmm. Die Hard was 2 words for me. I don't know about you guys, but Die Hard batteries, 2 words. Now it's 1.
Interesting.
Snackwells. Does anyone remember this heart for the apostrophe?
Oh man, Teresa would probably know this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't really seen those in a long time.
I don't recall the heart as the apostrophe. No.
It's been like that for 8 years.
No.
Pushing Buttons remembers 2 words for Die Hard as well.
I remember 2 words for Die Hard.
And Physics of Fitness says pound puppies did not overlap on the hard plastic heart emblem. I could tell you that much. I agree.
Betty Crocker makes some of my most favorite super moist cakes.
Well, Betty Crocker is now connecting the T to the C.
No.
It was not like that.
Are you for real?
I'm for real.
I can't even read it. It looks like Betty Crockens.
It
doesn't even look like her. It looks like Crockens.
Well, here's the thing too. That why is the C connected to the R and not connected to any of the other letters?
Well, I'm going to tell you.
It looks like a G.
How to cook that? Betty Crocker's signature. What they did was they had all the women in the office sign Betty Crocker's name, and whichever the signature they liked the best is the one they picked. And I guess now the one they picked is the one with the connected C and the weird CR, because I don't remember it like that at all.
It almost looks like Betty Gawkin.
Well, they say you can tell a lot about a person by the way they write.
Mm-hmm.
Right, capital E. Yeah. Why is that?
Yeah.
What's weird is the K isn't cursive at all, and the E's that they're using they look like mini capital E's.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's weird. All right.
I guess they didn't learn very good cursive in school.
Am I the only one who doesn't remember the E in Intel sinking down like this? It's all
No,
connected.
you're not the only one, Sandy. But I did notice this one a while back. Only because I work in information technology, as you guys know, and like I've seen this change. Like I've been affected from this since like 2016.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, I noticed it when I did the fireworks. The drone fireworks, they made the
Hmm.
Intel logo, and I was like, what? I don't remember the E like that.
It does
So
look weird.
Sandy, it's hard to believe that most of us in this chat, like I know you guys out there viewing in our audience, most of you guys were probably affected in 2016 or 2017 when we were. But I know there's a lot of new people. Um, I can't believe we're going on 8 years. Next year will be 8 years.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
So Dixie, what did I do? Dixie Phillips
What's this
posted
for?
this new type of rainbow. I've never seen anything like this. This is originally posted by a meteorologist. I guess the rainbow's coming at you. I've never seen a rainbow that wide before. And Nesbitt's looks like, I don't even know what that looks like. It doesn't look right. The end's wrong.
I was trying to figure out what that word was.
It seems like the Coca-Cola style where the C kind of goes into the loop of the L.
Hmm.
You know what I'm talking
Exactly
about?
what
In
it is.
Coca-Cola.
Yep. Hmm. All right, and this is the Catholic translation of the Bible. I don't know if anyone's talked about this, but then the wolf shall be a guest of the lamb. Has anyone ever heard that the wolf shall be a guest of the lamb?
No.
Like, this is wrong. So wrong.
Wait, this
The
is in the Bible?
Catholic.
Is this
Yes.
in the Bible?
In the Catholic translation, yes.
No.
I know. That's why I'm freaking out about it.
It just seems so
That's
wrong. It seems so
weird.
off.
I mean, I've never read that translation, but that sounds weird. Which happy birthday to Gabby.
And wait, and go back. I'm sorry, go back, Brian. I forgot to highlight it. And the calf and the young lion shall browse. Browse, like your browser browse together. At the bottom.
No, the word browse did not even exist
Yeah,
in
I forgot
the
to
older
highlight that.
Bible. Mm.
So, yeah, UN is one letter, and that is on TLC in 1999. Now, guys, the little half moon things, that's how they attached the sign to the board. Ignore that. But, Brian, can you zoom in on the M? What is going on with the L's and the M? And there's the inappropriate period again. The bottom picture, Brian. There you go.
Yeah, those L's look Arabian. That's
Well,
weird. Or Arabic.
Arabic, that's what I was going to say, yeah.
Arabic.
Yeah, it doesn't look right. I don't know what's going on there and why just the L's and just the M
Well,
has a
they could
dot
be
under it.
sometimes those letters appear like in Jewish texts as well. Sometimes those type letters, but it looks a bit Arabic.
I wonder if there's a secret meaning behind it. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Why
Hey,
would you put an L like
Sandy.
that when it does not match any of the other letters?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So I've covered Pepsi
Sandy.
Cola having a colon before, but now
Yep.
there's this weird gash in the top of the C and a heart in the P. That's new since I covered this last time. What were you going to say, Brian?
Yep. No, I was going to say the colon. I would have drawn a red box around the colon as well.
I already covered that.
That's
And
yep.
the
It's
P
weird.
is broken out too. And what is happening with refreshing? Look at that. And satisfying. It's so merged. It looks like a block. Look at refreshing. And the ounces looks like an omega symbol, doesn't it?
Which one?
Go back. Next to the word ounces, it looks like the omega symbol.
Oh yeah, it does. It says 12 ounces, but it looks like the omega.
Mm-hmm. All right, so guys, I need you to really look at the blue thing on the left. The waterfall, the whirlpool. Check out the T. I want everyone to focus on the T and the. Zoom out, Brian, so they can see the whole thing. Look at the T and the.
Wow, what is up with that?
There's no cross on it at all. The cross is gone.
Look at the
Looks
horn
like
on the
SeaWorld.
horn on the H. H has a horn, and you got the O's connected like a Pisces.
I just think it's weird. The weirdest thing though is that the T doesn't have a cross. It's just an L. LHE.
Somebody forgot to cross the T. Oh wait, did you talk about the top one?
Zima? I don't remember it broken up like that.
Across the I's and dot the T's.
I didn't talk about the beer either. You just went right past the beer.
Which one?
Go back.
Oh,
Nice
that
The
one.
bottom right. Karen Melanie, her husband's beer was on the table, and the G is totally in the line of Miller.
No. Say it ain't so.
That little
So, what are you going to say, Esther?
I was gonna say, if you watch Mr. Deeds, we watched it so many times where we noticed that little, like he says, dot the T's and cross the I's. It's when you watch it, you have to listen to that. He actually says it wrong.
He says it wrong on purpose.
I think it was an error and they didn't catch it. And we were watching it and we're like, what did he say? And it just makes it more funny.
So, Miss Pac-Man always wore a red bow for me. But I covered this before where there's multiple places where she's wearing pink now. And here they have her in pink, but the watch is red, like I remember. And Gaviscon has a 1, and the V is connected to the 1.
Oh.
And all that merging on that old magazine.
Sheesh. Yeah, it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm. There's probably more.
It just looks normal to me now because I'm just so used to seeing it.
So this was sent to me by Overprotective 11111 or 1111. Precious Moments did not look like that. This is a mess. Absolute mess.
I don't even know what that's from. What is it from?
Precious Moments?
Oh, it's from the Bible?
No.
Yeah,
that's
It says
it's a
Precious
whole
Moments
brand.
Bible.
They make these cute little porcelain things, and like they're just cute little adorable
Right.
people
It
with those
seems
humongous eyes.
It seems like something you might find at Hallmark.
Yeah,
Yes.
Hallmark sells them.
Well, you
Oh,
see
okay.
the company Enesco above
Yeah.
Precious Moments? Well, because of me getting this from Belle, we're going to go to the next one. It's Bella. I think her name's Bella. So if you go to the next one, you're going to see what happened to Enesco. And I also have a little bit of residue of Precious Moments, I believe. But Enesco, check out that logo from the 80s and 70s. No way. The whole thing's messed up.
Wait. I thought maybe you might want to describe the logo so in case it changes again.
It's got weird off-balance E's, a pointy long N. The ES is merged, the SC is merged, and then there's an O. And the S is weird. So is the C. It's all weird. Actually, SCO is all merged. ESCO. So La
Wait.
Troy, old logo and new logo. The LA is
No.
merged.
No, LaChoy wasn't merged like that.
Right. And the CH is also merged in the new logo. And Beatrice was the company, but it's now, I forget the name of it. Conagra Foods now owns it, but it used to be Beatrice, and that is the logo from 84 to 90. All broken
my
up like
goodness.
that.
That looks so messed up. You're telling me LaChoy is all the L and the A is merged.
And in the new logo, the LA and CH are merged.
Oh, that looks familiar to me, but
And the thing is, with that LA merging, it's almost like on the older logo, the L is like barely there. Thank you, Gerald. Gerald says, I appreciate the attention to the details.
I don't know what they're trying to show us with these L's and A's and the R and the A's. I'm not really sure what they're trying to show us with the merging. It could be a code.
we all need NRAs.
What?
So we
What,
all
Esther?
need LNRAs.
Hi, Parody.
Everybody's gonna need
Oh,
their
is
own
this Gordon's?
personal
Is it Gordon's or Gordon's? I forget.
It's Gortons
No.
now. But
Gorton's?
we're looking at the merging on the packaging now.
That doesn't surprise me. I like the Alaskan codfish. Any of you guys like the Alaskan codfish by Gordon's?
Never tried it.
Yeah, I've never had
Actually,
it.
really good.
But look
I
at
only
the
eat
price.
tuna and fish sticks every 10 years.
So we have crooked E's, we have a weird W. Everything's merged at the bottom. But if you look at the price of this, the fish fillets. Look, 99 cents.
It was
Oh, man.
that's a really old picture.
And
Yes,
that
it is.
was that
was the whole
before?
point.
That was before when they had actual price stickers on items. That's weird.
We still have them here.
Smaller
still have-
stores have them.
Yeah.
So here's more. There's your codfish cakes. All merged up.
Look at that G on Gordon's. It looks like the Golden Girls G.
And
You know
the
what I'm
T
talking
is
about?
cut off on the 1972 to 87 logo.
And the R is broken.
Well, the R is broken, but if you look at the one on the right, the R changes. It becomes more swoopy. And so does the T
I
in
see that.
2011.
Brian, do you remember it as Gordon's?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I have a dual memory on it.
Never called
What
it
about
Gordon's. Gordon.
Does anybody remember Tortino's pizza rolls? I know I talk about it a lot. Anybody
was
remember
close-
Tortino's?
Tostinos for me.
Tostino's for you?
Mm-hmm.
I've forgotten already. It did change for me. I just can't remember anymore. I don't really buy the brand very often. So many things like change, and then I forget how it is now because I'm like, oh, I remember it was that way. Now it's this way.
You're telling me this package was only 25 cents?
No,
I
save
think it's
25
55.
cents.
Oh,
And that's a lot of money for 1979.
I know you could buy like 2 Cokes for that much. No, wait. They were probably 10 cents a piece for Cokes.
Butternut coffee? I think that's what that says.
Yeah, look at that. The butternut, the T's are all connected. All 3 T's have a line through it.
Right
and-
through the end.
Yeah. That looks so awful.
And the E's are crooked.
They're slanted. They're slanted upwards.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Brian. Brian Staley's in the chat.
Oh, hey, Brian Stavely, welcome.
Hey,
Like,
Brian.
our chat, not ours. Oh no, there he is. Hi. Oh, just popped up. It takes a second for mine to show up.
All right, question here. Go back, Brian. Did you guys know that butternut coffee is still sold in the United States? I thought it was like an old brand that was gone, but you can still buy it.
I had no idea.
I've never seen it.
Well, I didn't even know what that was.
So this all comes from Karen Melanie. She took this photograph, which I thought was pretty cool. It looks like a heart. But more importantly, she sent me this picture on the top left. That's her dog Bear. But Keurig, I don't remember Keurig like that. And if you go to the next slide, you're going to see the logo better, Brian. You guys remember the dots? I know they're supposed to be K-Cups. I'm sure they're supposed to be K-Cups, but I do not remember them.
No, the dots, no. How long has it been like that?
Since 2015.
No. That must
Yes.
be brand new.
I've always seen it like that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Not me.
No.
That
I
looks
always remember
weird.
it like looking weird, like the K always looked weird. I knew they were like some sort of dot thing, but I didn't think that they were K-Cups. That makes sense.
Damien says, Brian, that you discussed it on your channel years ago.
What, the Keurig logo?
Yeah.
I don't know. We have to dig that one up.
Ryan'sburg.
We all, you guys all know how much fun it will be to dig up my old videos. We have like over 2,000, I think 2,200 videos. I don't know what's happening because I feel like YouTube has been removing them little by little. So I plan on going to an alternate platform to archive them there.
Mine's already being archived on Rumble. If anybody wants to follow me on Rumble, I'm just Mandela Effect Videos. Because I didn't understand how to set up an account properly. So my channel is Mandela Effect Videos. That's it. You'll see the Britney Spears skirt. That's how you'll know it's me.
Okay.
All right, so have you guys ever heard of People Express?
No.
Yes.
No.
I'd never heard of them. They ceased to exist on February 1st, 1987, and People and Express share the E.
Yeah.
I remember them, and they did not share the E in my memory.
I do not.
I don't have any memory of
That was
this.
weird. I used to see the commercials when I was a kid.
I've had stuff disappear from Flickr too. And Flickr swears they didn't delete anything, but I am missing folders. All right, so here is current reality of the Cheshire Cat. I do not remember the Cheshire Cat being pink at all. I just want to show it to you because I'm about to show residue of what I remember. So here's residue of what I remember, and it's double residue because we're all mad here.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do they say now? We're mostly mad here.
Most certainly, or something. I don't know. It's something weird.
I think we're mostly mad here.
We're most all. I don't know. It is something weird with most in it.
Most everyone's mad here.
That's it. Thank you. I knew it was something weird. So credit to Tina for this red bar flag. And we got 3 pyramids. with a old earth residue underneath the other pyramid at the top left. We have the elephant I remember with the trunk-like legs, no little feet. North Pole on the bottom right, and another red bar flag on an elephant on the left. All right, the top left is hard to see, but it is a Tyrannosaurus Rex with 3 fingers and not 2.
Oh, okay.
I wrote 1, 2, 3 for you, so it was easier to see. The top left is an old Mandela Effect channel that does not upload anymore, called Shadow Casts, and they had residue that was excellent from MacGyver that I wanted to show of the old Earth. Magic Shoes is from my game, and it says click your heels instead of tap.
No, but you know what's funny about the some of the pictures? I don't know if you realize it, but you see Family Guy.
Oh yeah, those are all his residue videos. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. Do you see the red bar flag right there?
Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
I know. We've shown that one before too, and we've shown the other one, but I've never seen the MacGyver one, so I wanted to show it. And then on the bottom, the 2 images correspond. It's from BMAs. They were talking about that mini Sphinx being found, and they drew it with just the serpent in the center. And
Yeah, and
it's
now
hard
it's
to
got
tell.
it's got a serpent and a vulture too.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard to tell on the actual statue, but it looks like there could just be one.
Steady, you forgot to talk about the shoes.
No, I did. Click your heels, it said. Click the heels.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of tap.
Now it says tap your heels. Yeah.
See, so for those of you that remember the backwards rainbow, 'cause I don't. The rainbow's always been red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple for me. But I know a lot of you remember it the other way around, including Curiouser. So here's some residue of the rainbow the other way.
Wait, so you're saying from left to right, you remember red or do you remember purple?
Red.
Yeah, I remember red left to right as well.
Mm-hmm. But I know a lot of people remember it the other way around.
Oh yeah, Book It. I love Book It.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we got our pizzas as kids.
I've covered that one, Parody Bear. I used to take that as well. So Angry Birds did their 4th of July thing. They are so affected. Everything Uncle Sam hats and red bar flags.
Hmm.
You know.
I feel like they're just teasing us.
Nah, I think you're just affected.
Tumblers.
Okay, so now this is interesting. I found 2 different shoes from the 80s that look like they're trying to imitate Converse with the symbol on the outside, like we remember with Converse. The top one's from the movie The Peanut Butter Solution in 1985, and the shoes at the bottom are supposedly from 1987. And then Teresa found double residue at the swap meet of the gold legs and Victoria's Secret.
It was Victoria's Secret. Now it's Victoria's.
Yeah, I remember that.
That one bugs me. I mean, I had a credit card and everything. That place was not Victoria's. It was Victoria.
I remember having conversations with people saying that it should be Victoria's Secret. It would make more sense. Now, why would we have that conversation?
Oh wait,
if that's
we have
what
a
it
video
always
here.
was.
We have a video here, guys. I want you to watch this video. I don't ever remember lightning looking like fire, like straight up fire.
No way.
And look at the actual image on the top. of it crawling across the ground and then striking the house.
Wow. Looks like something right out of Hollywood.
It was someone just recording the wind and the rain, and they got a nice little surprise.
I'll read this one, I guess. So I have a candy bar compilation of mini MEs to ask you guys about tonight. But first, a candy that's not a bar, and even though it's old, I believe it's from this new reality, not my old one. So, should I read the bottom and then read the
Yeah.
rest? Okay. Just a weird one before the main stuff. These hard candies were intended to be dissolved under the tongue to stop all the ill effects, including addiction and possibly cancer of nicotine. And if it worked, it would still be available today. So apparently, there was a carton of Nicotine, is what it was called, in London, England, 1934 to 1940. It's a candy that protected smokers against becoming addicted to nicotine. Uh, I see your thing there, Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
Haha, not my reality.
No, I wish. That would be fantastic.
That's kind of my tagline right there, you know, Sandy. Not my reality.
Yeah, I know.
So, and it just says, basically repeating what we just said, is that it protected smokers from the effects of nicotine, neutralizes nicotine, and keeps smokers fit.
That's why I have cancer question mark, because now they're saying it keeps them healthy. You see what I'm saying? So they didn't exactly say cancer, but it keeps smokers fit. So
Now on to the candy bars. I could have just missed these, but I have no memory of these candy bars existing in the US. The first one was available in the US, Canada, the UK, New Zealand, and Australia. Have you ever heard of the Peter Paul Star Bar? Anyone?
So in the chat, yes or no. Now, if you're from the UK,
Is this only to the UK?
well, no. If you're from the UK, when you answer, write UK. There's a reason. Okay, so pushing buttons
so
says
far,
no.
I'm
Okay, go ahead.
We're getting several nopes here.
Well, we have a commercial coming up, so just give you a heads up with sound.
Star Bar. Peter Paul's Star Bar. The taste that goes beyond hunger.
So, the Star Bar is still available in the UK, but it's made by Cadbury. In the late 1970s and early 80s, Peter Paul manufactured this bar for the US market. Please take note of the ST and where the star is on the wrapper in the commercial.
So the ST is not merged here, and the star is in between star and bar.
I actually kind of remember this bar.
I can't find the wrapper with the star in the center anywhere, and the ST is not merged. The only USA wrapper I found online was the S and T were merged, and the star cut out in the R. Does anyone remember this? I don't.
And also in the commercial, you can see here in this picture, the A's in star and bar are different. The A on the left is a diagonal A, Like the line goes up diagonally, and the second A in bar is straight across. So weird.
Yep. So the next one is just a different version of Heath bar, soft and crunchy. That doesn't make any sense. Have you ever heard of this? I'm pretty sure it's discontinued now. Does anybody remember a soft and crunchy Heath bar?
And if you do, can you please explain how it's soft and crunchy at the same time? I don't understand.
I don't think anybody could explain that.
It's like a soft bar that has crunchy bits in it.
Maybe. No idea.
But you see the Heath, how the E and the A's merge and the T and the H, and I think you pointed that out, Sandy.
Yeah, we've covered that one many times.
Now this looks so wrong to me. The next one is a candy bar produced by Mars from 1977 through 1991. That's a lot of years for me to have missed it. Look at the Mars, how it's got that weird underline that comes from the A, and then goes under the other letters, the M and the A actually.
Yeah, we've covered this one before too.
All the letters are merged for the most part here. You got MAR is merged at the bottom, and you have a star off to the left of the Mars.
Homework, give me a break! Try Summit Candy Bars, a delicious break anytime. Crunchy roasted peanuts, lots of rich chocolate, and a crispy center. Summit, a delicious break anytime.
Hey, you want to go to the game? Guys, give me a break.
Summit Candy Bars, a crisp.
Now those must have been the. Hang on a minute, Sandy. They look like Twix. I mean, is that like Twix's cousin?
No, they're actually closest to Kit Kat. Kit Kat with nuts.
Okay.
But
I can't remember Summit. Sorry.
I know some people who remember this candy bar. I've never heard of it.
You guys ever heard of this?
I have.
I'm not sure. I feel like this one was probably around either when I was too young to remember or just barely starting to eat candy bars and probably didn't pay much attention.
Due to its long run, the candy had two different wrapper designs, one with the M's for mountains that overlap. In the late 1980s, the wrapper design was simplified and complete with a merged IT. This is new for you. Look at the merged I and the T right there.
Again, these were discontinued in 1991. And
The last
the
one.
tagline. Okay, sorry.
That's fine. The last one is a question about a current candy bar that's definitely from my old reality, the whatchamacallit bar. Yeah, I could remember that commercial. The whatchamacallit. Anyway.
I just want to say that I have covered this. In my past, there was no T. It was Whatcha. WHACHA. Whatchamacallit. There was no T. Anyway, go on.
I think you're right, Sandy.
Yeah.
So, were there any, yes or no, were there any spin-off candy bars of whatchamacallit in your past? If yes, what was its name and names?
So stay here, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no in the chat. If you say yes, tell us the name or names. Brian, can you see both chats? Esther? I don't know if you guys can see both.
Just like that. Yeah, nobody's saying anything yet.
Pushing buttons is guessing caramello.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatchamacallit would basically be, it was just such a different bar.
I don't recall any, Sandy. Can I press on?
One of those.
Are we waiting for answers? I don't know what you mean here by spin-off from this.
Well, you're going to find out soon. Just go ahead.
I have no memory of any spin-off candy bars, but there are two. Well, technically they are the same candy bar, but they have two different names. So the whatchamacallit was released in 1978. 31 years later, in 2009, Hershey released a limited edition, all chocolate version of the whatchamacallit called Thingamajig.
And if I had seen one of those, we would have loved that.
Yeah, notice the weirdness in the A and the I is underlined.
Yes. The Esther, I have some good news for you. You
Yeah.
can still try it today.
I'll have to find it. I don't know where it's
Well, it's
sold.
not called Thingamajig anymore.
Okay. Well, I mean, like that name, we would have been like Thingamajig. Ha ha ha. You know?
Well, wait until you see the new name. Okay, Brian.
All right, after its limited run had ended, the whatchamacallit was alone once again until they made a new candy bar and they held a contest in 2020 to name it. So the winner was Lisa M. of Massachusetts for picking the winning name. Who's a What's It? I like that one. She won $5,000, a year's supply of the candy bar, and her name on the wrapper as her prize.
Which I think is such a weird prize. Her name is on every wrapper.
Why do I not remember this?
I don't know, but you can buy it now. It's out it's available to purchase, and I've never seen it before.
No.
I've actually seen this at my local gas station where I used to work.
You saw the Who's You What's It?
Yeah, I was like, oh, is that what they're calling it now? I thought like the whatchamacallit had changed their name or something. I mean, I only saw it like once or twice, but
Well, the Who's He What's It is just a thingamajig in a new wrapper, and it's still available today. So it's the same thing as a thingamajig?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
he won't this.
Have you guys heard of it? Seen or tried one of these candy bars?
I haven't tried one.
If you ask me, I'll try it.
I
said,
really like candy bars.
I could have just missed these, but I find it strange that I've never seen the Who's He What's It, even though it's been available for over 2 years now. So what do you guys think? Could this be candy from this new reality, or just ones that I missed? What do you guys think?
I think I need a whatchamacallit bar now.
I'll get you one, Sandy.
Oh, thanks, Brian.
Maybe they'll have a golden ticket.
Jeff, you want to read?
Yeah. I recently came across a treasure trove of residue thanks to the 1983 Cuppy cake catalog.
And yes, it's spelled with all those K's.
Cuppy cake is a projector used to make cake decorating. Not only easy, but standard, so that each cake sold looks exactly the same.
And people are also buying them, like for their home use, to decorate cookies and cupcakes, and things like that, so that they all look the same.
The projector used stencils, but people also used their own images and drawings. This allows them to make cakes that would normally need a lot of skill. Fondant and or printable image, which doesn't allow personalization. One of the companies that used, and I hear still uses it today, the Cuppy cake system is Dairy Queen. Cuppy cake would make exclusive design for store chains and provide them with a catalog.
Sandy, I'm starting to get a little sleepy here, so forgive me if I yawn out loud.
Okay. Yeah, Jeff.
I want to specifically discuss the 1983 Dairy Queen cake design book. There is a ton of residue I want to share in this version of the catalog. To make things easy to understand, I will show residue next to current reality images like the example above.
Okay, this is not in that cake book. It's just an example to show you what I'm going to be doing.
Uncle Sam's stripes and white and now silver.
So the copy cake is the bottom left, and then everything around it is residue and current reality.
Eagle and shield stars and no stars.
Again, copy cake is on the right with the stars. The official seals are on the left with none.
Blue whale, wide, round mouth, narrow, pointed mouth.
Are these decorations for the cake?
It's like remember the overhead projectors you would have in school, where the teacher would put like a piece of plastic with writing on it, and then you'd see it on the
Yeah. So what we found here, you're saying, is the single stripe on skunks.
Yes, that's what they would draw on a cake.
Yeah, and now most skunks have 2 stripes, right?
Or more, yeah. One is a full-on checkerboard on its back.
Wow.
Hi, Noise Guru.
Hey, Noise Guru. All right, so we got
Hi,
the chipmunk
Rygami.
with no stripes on back and tail, black or brown and white stripes on back and tail.
Hi, Captain Kirk.
Airplanes flat, out to the side wing with engine under wing, and curved wings, angles very far back toward the tail end, engines in front of the wing.
Most of their airplanes that they had in the book had the engines under the wing, and they were flat wings.
And here we have Jiminy Cricket, green, and then tan flesh randomly still appears green in film, but most times he's tan.
And this is one of the few examples where current reality was in the book.
And we have hippo teeth, small rounded square, block teeth, and then they are sharp, jagged tusks now.
Yeah, they're the most fierce animal, I think, in Africa now.
They're really fast, apparently.
And South America, directly south of North America, with east-west Panama Canal, and southwest to northeast Panama Canal, and South America is 1,000 miles further to the east. And now we have Statue of Liberty, smaller base, book in hand. Some remember torch and book in opposite hands. Star fort with tall base and tablet and arm and not book.
Okay, I have to say something here. Do you guys notice those cutout edges on that book?
Yeah,
I don't remember that. It was flat.
I agree.
Know Teresa covered that a while ago, Brian.
With the cutouts in the book?
Yep.
No way, I don't remember that.
Hey, Preliminal. Oh, yeah, that's why I have them highlighted, Brian.
Was that when I was on my hiatus for a year?
No, it wasn't that long ago.
I don't remember that. Why do I not remember that, guys? You remember that,
Would you
Jeff?
post?
You
Yes,
remember
Send me
No,
it.
I don't.
John Nada, the cake designs are old reality, yes.
Because here's the thing, Sandy. There is this phenomenon where you might experience something that someone else has not,
I get
and
it, Brian, but I have a
this
whole
might be one
folder
of those
on it.
cases.
I have a whole folder on it. We also covered the hair at the same time. Teresa remembers curls, like long hair, flowy hair. It was probably about 6 months ago.
Okay, I'll have to ask her about that because I don't remember her talking about that. Next slide. Jeff?
All right, next we have Triceratops, horns pointed up and horns pointed down or straight out now.
So in the book, they have straight out. Current reality is actually pointed down. So the top right, that's why it's red. And that's why the cake book is orange. I remember the green. I remember them pointed up so that they could, like a bull protecting themselves, push down and up.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a tablet, not a book now. Yes.
And we have knight's armor, silver, maybe ornate patterns in the metal, but just silver. And then designer patterns and colors exist with obscene cod pieces.
So I covered this a long time ago. The ornate, colorful knight's armor, and now it's in this book, which is just weird.
I'm seeing a lot of those Triceratops pictures, Sandy. You got my curiosity going. I know we talked about that before. Yeah, the horns are pointed down now.
Yep.
All right, we got jaws, single row of straight teeth, and multiple rows of overlapping crooked teeth.
Yeah, I don't remember in the movie Jaws. He's got multiple rows of teeth, like 3 rows of teeth now.
And they're all crooked.
Yeah, they're all crooked. Yeah.
Here we have red bar flag residue, Uncle Sam,
Stars on the shield.
and stars on the shield. Yeah.
All right, guys, you got through all the logos and residue. Now we're getting
Yay.
the folders. Okay, Esther, do you want to read this one?
Okay. I have a couple of movie posters and scenes that are different from my memory that I want to ask you about.
And I'm sorry, guys. There's a Back to the Future in here. I'm sorry.
Starting with a few Disney logos, since when does Disney use multiple logos for the same film? Not ever in my past. Beside different logos, all of them were merged or messed up in some way.
You guys remember Disney using different logos for the same film?
No.
I don't. The Little Mermaid is consistent, but that's the only one that's consistent. But it is merged, as you can see here. The RMAI is all merged. And it's got the swoopy things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the other two with their multiple logos that I don't understand. So why? There's 4 different logos for this one movie. Actually, 3 different logos, excuse me. There's 3 different logos for this one movie, and the official logo is the one that's the most messed up. Hi, Hannity. Robin Hood.
I don't remember that R being connected to the B like that.
No. And the H goes through like Home Goods. And then it's curled underneath the O on the other one, so's the R. And then the other one's got an arrow go. The O is the target. The R is broken. They're all messed up. And why are there so many logos? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, all different art too. That's a good point, Viola. Okay, Esther.
I can't say for sure that this is a Mandela, but it looks off to me. I know it's a parody of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, but 6 arrows, I honestly only remember 3.
So do you guys remember 6 arrows? Do you remember more or less? Or do you remember 6? Because that looks ridiculous to me. I know it's supposed to be ridiculous because it's a parody, but I don't remember 6 arrows.
I don't remember a lot.
I remember between 1 and 3, but not 6.
Yeah, between 1 and 3.
Just because I watched it recently, so therefore I remember the 6. Because I actually didn't watch it that long ago.
Oh, it's the first time I've seen the cover in a long time. But this one, oh my goodness. Go ahead.
Flashdance looked like this in my past always. Is this how you remembered it?
So yes or no in the chat. Stay here, Brian. Is this how you remember the Flashdance logo? Yes or no? Brian, Jeff, Esther, do you guys want to answer?
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know about this one, Sandy.
It's okay.
I
Doesn't
just
look right
remember
to me.
I remember it being all slanted, like, and it was cursive. That's what I remember.
No, yes, yes.
Just about every letter in that logo is cursive except the F and the L.
Looks okay to me. Not sure from push buttons too.
All right, we can go on.
Because now the original poster in VHS looks like a kid scribbled all over it. I do not remember ever seeing this, do you?
No. I
All
mean, I
right.
don't remember that part of it.
Yeah, now that you guys have seen what it really looks like on the poster and the soundtrack, do you remember this? I've never seen this before. I've never seen this scribble going all the way down the side.
Did you notice how the F looks like a 7?
It does. It looks just
Okay.
like a 7. You're absolutely right.
Terms of endearment is 1000% wrong for me. All advertising materials, movies, covers, soundtracks, etc., had a handwritten note at the bottom. Options on next slide. All right, so which term of endearment was added to the bottom of the note? Which do you remember? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Throw in the chat. What do you remember? 1, 2, 3, or 4? And panel, feel free to answer what you remember.
Hey, I'm going to have to speed through this, Sandy, so let's get these answers in quick. You guys.
Brian, you need to go to the next slide to show them the options.
Okay.
This is where you got to stay.
Yeah, another movie I don't know.
I don't know this one.
We had this on Laserdisc.
Pushing Button says, I don't know.
I think this one was on this list.
Never saw this one.
All right. Anyone say anything?
I don't see
One.
anything.
Okay. Emmy Sag Arm Society says 3.
Okay, I can concede the 3.
So go ahead, Esther.
Oh, I remember 1 XO. I can agree to number 2 XX, but it's number 4 XXX triple X. No way. It never said that in my past.
No.
It was never XXX. Never.
Well, I think most of us know what XXX stands for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would just be weird. Even if this was in the what year is this movie?
Oh, I'm not sure of the year.
80s, 80s probably.
It's the
70s?
80s, yeah.
Yeah, early 80s.
Okay.
I just want to say 82. I don't know. That's a guess.
I want everyone participating when we get to this part.
The last thing I want to ask is you about the. Sorry. The last thing I want to ask you is about Back to the Future when Marty and Lorraine, when Marty drives Lorraine to the dance and sit in the car, talk, and she kisses him. My question is, what happens next?
So next slide, Brian. It gives them the option.
Does Biff surprise them and grab Marty out of the car, or do they know Biff is coming and then he grabs Marty out of the car?
So guys, in the chat, did Biff surprise them, or did they know he was coming? Yes or no? Which one? Surprised or they knew? In the chat. Panel, what do you remember?
He was surprised.
Oh, yeah, definitely surprised. Because she was like all over him and he was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Brian,
no
can
idea
you
he
read
was being
your chat answers, please?
Biff surprises.
Hanavi says Biff surprises. Pushing Button says surprises. Emmy Sag Arm Society says surprised. TD Mage says surprised. We got enough votes?
Surprise.
Yeah. Well, everybody's going to be surprised in a second. It's a big one. I'm sorry. I could. Go ahead. Go. There's a clip coming up.
I can't talk and yawn at the same time. I've seen this movie more times than I can count. They were talking, and out of nowhere, Biff opens the door, surprising them while pulling Marty out of the car. But this isn't what happens now.
What happens now?
It makes perfect sense. It's coming.
What? No.
Yeah, replay that. And make it louder, and everybody mute so they can hear.
That's as loud as it goes.
It makes perfect sense. It's coming.
No. That's
So-
a huge change, Sandy.
I know. He literally sighs like, "Oh God." He's like, "Oh, I can't."
Well, wasn't
She
it
looked
supposed to be the
back.
dad to surprise him?
They weren't surprised. They knew he was coming.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought Marty was supposed to, like, the dad was supposed to, like, pull him out and, like, punch him and, like, stand up for his
That's the
girl or whatever.
That's in
But-
the second movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
He cost $300.
I'm sorry, that looks so wrong, guys. What do you guys think about that?
I agree. Chad agrees too.
I also don't remember the suspenseful background music.
Yeah, that sounded weird too.
Mhm.
I thought we were watching an alternate, like, scene.
That's what it's like. Yeah.
But wait, the reason why I wanted you guys to listen is I swear she said somebody's coming. Except that's not what
Yeah.
the subtitle says she says. So on the next slide,
He's coming.
No,
I think
no,
it said
it's
he's
also
coming.
what she says is off too.
yeah, she never said. And here's the thing: she never looked back, and she never said anything. They were talking, and an arm reaches in and pulls him out. That's what it was. But
Yep.
now she looks back and says somebody's coming or he's coming, and he does like a sigh and gets pulled out of the car. It's completely different now.
He's coming.
Why,
I'm gonna have to
when
rewatch
did
this
this?
movie.
I know. When did this change?
I just found it. But wait, go to the next slide. Look at the words at the bottom. Who's
This
coming?
is- Who's coming? Which do you remember? Somebody or whose, regardless. I do not remember her looking back or saying anything about Biff coming. Do you? And him pulling him from the car more gently than before.
It was a lot like he was like yanked out before, and now it's like he sighs and he could just get gently pulled out of the car. The
So
whole
he
thing's
must.
wrong.
It
Mhm.
is.
Can be. And during the dance, do you remember Marvin Berry having his initials, which had completely merged on the stage? This is completely new for us.
You guys remember seeing Marvin Berry's initials on the stage and
No, his
merge?
initials were not on the stage. No, there was
No.
nothing. There was nothing there.
I don't remember
There
the
was
detail.
nothing of the sort there on the stage. And you know what I noticed too was something about. We talked about this before about the change with the bandages. You remember there was a change with the bandages. You can clearly see there's blood on the bandages on his hands when he calls his brother.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You want me to finish reading, Esther?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the images. Also, this is not a Mandela, but I wanted to share this in case someone thinks it is. When the refilm scenes with the new Jennifer, the color of the shirt was a little lighter blue, a little bluer, but in natural light, the shirts look identical.
Okay.
And you don't have to read this. It's just saying, like, what do you guys remember? That's all. We can go to the last folder. I'll get it out of the way real quick. All right, guys.
Okay. Good.
We have a rewind and new. Okay. And Brian, I'm going to have you keep an eye on the chat because I can't see your chat. So, a few years ago, I discovered and presented a Mandela variation effect in the long-running and popular TV series The Simpsons. It's not on my screen yet, Brian. There we go.
Hmm.
Here's the question I originally asked. Let's see if your memory has been updated since then. What color or colors is Bart's t-shirt and Lisa's dress? What do you guys remember?
I think his T-shirt was red and his pants were blue, and
All
Lisa's
I,
shirt was
all I
pink,
care,
maybe, or yellow.
all I care about is the shirt and the dress. That's it.
Red, and the dress was green, maybe.
Now you're green.
Didn't he have a Remo
Green.
shirt?
I don't know. I feel like it was green or yellow.
But
Could be wrong.
he had red, and she also had red.
They both had red.
Yeah, just his was like a little bit different
Oh, maybe
shade of red.
maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of Marge. Sorry.
You are thinking
Maybe.
of Marge.
Marge
She
had
wears a green dress.
I
You want to read the
remember.
chat?
I remember Bart's shirt being orange and Lisa's dress being red, but the figures that they came out with, Bart had all different color shirts.
Wasn't there a
So we're
Simpsons episode
getting
where
red.
there was a Simpsons episode where Bart put one of his shirts in the wash and turned all of Homer Simpson's shirts pink?
Mm-hmm. That's a yellow dress
kinda
for
make-
Gerald Neal. Not sure on her dress. Marge had a green dress, blue.
I think Lisa Simpson had a yellow dress.
Bart's shirt was red and shorts were blue. Bart's shirt was kind of red. Lisa pink.
It couldn't have
Hers
been
was
yellow
red.
because then she'd look naked.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That is true. I didn't think about that yet. But anyway, let's see. So, Sandy?
Yep. It's not on my screen yet, Brian. There we go. Bart and Lisa have worn other clothes in other colors over the decades, but their standard outfits were always the same. For me, at least.
Yeah, for me too. Yeah.
In my past, Bart and Lisa both wore red. I'm hitting fast forward, but the lag is just. But in this reality, they no longer both wear red, and sometimes they both wear orange. But officially, Lisa still has a red dress, according to Matt Groening, even though she's usually dressed in orange now.
I could see in these pictures right here, why you could assume that he has an orange shirt. You know,
No, he
it
has
does.
an orange shirt.
Is it officially he has orange?
He is orange and she is red.
It's always been orange for me, for Bart anyway.
Not for me.
I
Wow.
remember them both being red.
I remember his shirt being red because then in the episode where he turns Homer's shirts pink, it doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah. It's orange doesn't make pink. It would have been like a tan color.
Right.
Yeah. As
or like
for
yellow or
Bart,
something.
he's almost exclusively dressed in an orange shirt, except when he's dressed in blue.
Which yeah, I mean, unless he's wearing that mask, and with Bardo, I've never seen the blue.
Why is Bart wearing a blue shirt? When I first covered this, I noticed the blue shirt was primarily in advertising, but now there is an official excuse, a deterrent to bootleggers. Hi, Gregory. Welcome. In the first few years of the show, Bart was exclusively dressed in blue for like toys and T-shirts and stuff like that, not in the series. So people knew it was officially licensed advertising and merchandise. Do you guys remember blue?
No.
On the shirts and on the figures, yes, I had the shirts and the figures with him with the blue.
See,
I don't remember that at all.
I don't at all.
I remember thinking it was weird that he was in blue on those and never on the show wearing blue.
Still waiting for it to get on my screen, Brian. There was another Mandela covered by Teresa Lynch, the color of Lisa's saxophone in the Simpsons intro.
There's somebody who was mentioned earlier.
Many remember gold or yellow, but it's silver gray with purple and blue accents. As for the merchandise, you can find the saxophone every color of the rainbow.
Wow.
It's always gold, or like that goldish color, whatever. What color is that?
Now on to the new Mandela. At least for me, it's new Mandela. Another character has been touched by the Mandela effect. Another seemingly random alteration from my reality. Krusty the Clown.
Hey. I know which one I'm gonna pick.
I know this will be hard for some of you because the color change is subtle, but for me it's obvious. Which color hair do you remember on Krusty the Clown? Green, aqua, or blue? What color is your Krusty's hair color?
I think it was the third one. That's what it is now.
It's 2.
Stay, Brian.
I think it's blue now.
All right, because we have answers all over the place. So Philo says 2. Hanabi says 2. Physics of Fitness says 1. Philo's repeating 2. Ryogamine is 2. Let's see. Pushing Buttons says 2.
I mean, I'm kind of looking at it. Might actually be 2 now. I don't know. I'm kind of between 2 and 3 right now.
Okay. Gregory says 3. Hayden, welcome, says 2.
I don't think, has anyone said number 1 yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeff, it's okay. You can answer.
I remember all 3.
There you go.
I remember it being aqua. Not blue, because that was Marge's hair color. It was like a slightly different color than hers.
And while I remember all 3, I remember 2 being the most prominent one used.
It was a weird color.
And as you guys are answering
Those
in
look like
Brian's chat, I can't see it. I'm sorry. Quentin says 2. Okay, so even though they claim his official hair color is 2, which most of you remember, all 3 colors can be found at some point in the series. So again, we have another Mandela variation happening, which makes it harder to prove to the unaffected. As for me, I remember green. 100% his hair color was green with me. Not aqua, green.
I don't remember green though.
In my past cartoon, I didn't read it. Cartoon characters did not change colors. Just like Marge Simpson's hair is blue, you would say it's wrong if it all of a sudden was, I don't know what color I said, I'm not on the screen again. We're suddenly aqua, teal, or green. That's how I feel about Krusty the Clown. He 100% had green hair in my past.
You said it look right.
Pearson was blue. What did you say, Esther?
That does not look right with the it looks like periwinkle almost. Doesn't look right.
Here's the aqua you guys remember that looks weird to me.
He looks off too. He just
Hey, Seth. Seth.
I don't know what it is, but something about him just looks off.
What color do you remember Krusty the Clown's hair? Seth says he remembers green.
Mhm.
It was green, wasn't it?
Yeah,
He says
unfortunately,
he
Krusty
remembers
can't
green.
be Homer unless Krusty and Homer are related. They're secretly twins, maybe.
Oh yeah,
But
they are. Yeah, they're totally twins.
They do look a lot alike, don't they?
except Krusty is Jewish though, and Homer's not. But yeah, basically, there was like one time where he got in trouble or something like that because they thought he was Krusty.
Yeah. All right,
Well, thanks
guys.
you guys.
That's all,
Thanks you
folks.
guys for Yes, thank you for sticking around, you guys. It was an awesome show. Sandy does a lot of very hard work to put this stuff together. So thank you guys for being really patient in us getting this to you.
We
Yeah.
we may, I don't know for a fact yet, but make sure you have notifications turned on, everyone, because we may have a show Wednesday night. We don't know yet. I'm still waiting to hear back from the potential guest for
Yeah,
Wednesday night.
Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if we could potentially push back to Thursday. Is that an issue at all?
Well,
I may
I'd have to change it to Thursday. Like I'd have
Okay.
to ask them if Thursday is okay now.
That hopefully that won't interfere with Crystal's show. Is she still doing her
Yeah, I
Thursday
don't. Yeah, I
show?
don't know. It's her show changes per her work schedule.
Okay. Well, let me know. Ideally, I'd like to do it Thursday, but if we have to, we can settle for Wednesday.
Okay. Sounds good. So,
Or
guys, like I said, make sure you have the bell clicked for notifications so you know when we're going to do this show because we don't know when we're doing the show yet.
Yep.
This way you won't miss it. But I don't want to announce the guests because I haven't gotten confirmation yet whether or not they're coming. So, but hopefully we will have a show, an interview show this week. And if not, we will see you next Saturday.
All right. Well, hopefully that all works out. Jeff, you have any closing comments, or Esther?
No.
Just thanks for showing up, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I know
As
we had
always,
22 people in the chat.
we have 34 people watching right now.
Cool.
That's awesome. Thank you for being here, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Have a great Mandela Effect night. God bless, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
everyone.
Night.